EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
Let's go, baby.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Rodgers now to throw. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
21.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On second down, a run with Breida. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here we go. 11. Two. I got you.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
13. Check 43. Hey, gun.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 88. Check mark 33. Check mark 33. You're not ready.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. Yeah.
To throw is Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check pass. Spawn. Teammate. Spawn. No. 80 weapon. Watch the twitch. Get 300.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
10-30. Mike 20. Double dog. That's the way.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 35. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 from the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. 65. Hey, C6. Hey, gun. 50, check my 50. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, go. Hey, man.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 10 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hey, alert! 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 50! Let's go!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Zadarius Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here we go, D. Hey, just brother. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go, D. It's gonna be a long day, offense. It's gonna be a long. I got you. Switch. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action here on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now look at him go. Touchdown, 49ers. He goes 102. They're able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D Ford, and boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
12, fellas, here we go. Hey, gun.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup. And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Rodgers on target here to Allison. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. On play action, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to go down again. D Ford bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Eric Armstead able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here we go on fourth down with Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it second and 12. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They run again with Breida. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Here we go.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Hey, foxtrot.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go.
San Francisco.
On first down, here's Breida. They find some open field here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, 28 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And now he'll tuck it in. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's going to take a shot for the end zone and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Gold to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers now going to throw again. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run with Breida. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
50. Gotta do better.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.